Good morning, my dear students. So in our previous class, we completed alkanes, that is saturated compounds. Now this week and next week, alkenes in our syllabus. Alkenes in our syllabus. Okay. Now I'm going to start alkenes. What are these alkenes? How these are prepared? What are the properties and physical and chemical properties of alkenes? What are the different reactions involved in these alkenes? Stereochemistry of alkenes, addition reactions. So all we have to discuss here, boys. Okay. Now let us start alkenes. What are these alkenes? So alkenes are nothing but hydrocarbons, unsaturated hydrocarbons. Unsaturated hydrocarbons. There is a C double bond C between the carbon atoms. At least one C double bond C is there. At least one C double bond C is there. So that is alkenes. The general formula for alkenes is CnH2n. CnH2n is the general formula. So here n is equal to 2, 3, etc. infinity, boys. 2, 3, etc. infinity. Okay. Next. Here alkene contains at least one double bond between carbon and carbon. That means this double bond is nothing but one sigma bond, one pi bond. One sigma bond, one pi bond. Sigma bond is a strong bond. Pi bond is a weak bond. Because pi bond is weak, so this is more reactive than alkanes. Therefore, alkenes are more reactive than alkanes, as pi bond is there, that pi bond is weaker than sigma bonds, boys. Okay. So generally alkenes involved in addition reactions. So later we will discuss it. So generally alkenes involved in addition reactions, boys. Next, these alkenes are also called as olefins. Another name for alkenes is olefins. So singular. So alkenes are also called as olefins. Why, sir? Why these are called as olefins? Olefins means oil forming nature. Olefins means oil forming nature. So oil forming means the first member of this alkenes is, put n is equal to 2 here. So that is C2H4. C2H4 means CH2 double bond CH2. It is called as ethylene or ethene. When it reacts with chlorine, that gives CH2, CH2, Cl, Cl like compounds are formed. This is oily material, oily compound. That is why oil forming nature is available for first member of alkenes, that is ethylene. So these are called as olefins. So these are called as olefins. Okay. Next, C double bond C. The bond length is 1.34 angstroms, boys. That is, bond length is 1.34 angstroms. This double bonded carbon is sp2 hybridized and trigonal planar shape. Trigonal planar shape with a bond angle 120 degrees at C end. Double bonded carbon. Double bonded. So this is sp2, this is sp2, boys. sp2, boys. Next, what about the stability of these alkenes? So stability of alkenes, already we completed, boys, in our alkenes. Stability of alkenes is directly proportional to number of substituents and number of substituents at C double bond C, and inversely proportional to heat of hydrogenation. Inversely proportional to heat of hydrogenation directly proportional to number of substituents. Number of substituents. Okay. Now, what is the order? So, stability order wise, stability order is, see here, more substituted one is most stable end. That is C double bond C or alkyl groups. It is all C double bond C positions are. That means so all these are occupied with alkyl groups. It is more stable. Next chance C R double bond C R H end. One is 3 are substituted. 3 are substituted. Next 2 substituted. That 2 trans is more stable, boys. Trans is more stable. After that 2 substituted. So same carbon 2 alkyl groups substituted. Remaining 2 are unsubstituted. That is more stable. After that cis is more stable. Cis is more stable. Then mono substituted. So among 4 hydrogens, only 1 substituted. After that, no substitution. After that, no substitution. So this is the order of stability of different alkenes, boys. Okay. So this is the slight information towards alkenes. Now, how these alkenes are prepared? What are the preparation methods of alkenes? Okay. Let us discuss, boys. Next subheading, general methods of preparation of alkenes. Preparation methods. Preparation methods, boys. Okay. Boys, alkenes up to 5 carbon atoms. So obtained from petroleum. It is the natural source. So up to 5 carbons, the alkenes are obtained from petroleum. So some others are. So what are the general methods? Okay, Vamsi. Now general preparation methods. First one, from alkynes. So preparation method from alkynes. Very important, boys. See, boys, C triple bond C alkyne means if one hydrogen is added, that converts into C double bond C. If one more hydrogen is added, that converts into C single bond C. It is alkyne. It is alkene. It is alkane. We don't want alkane, boys. So that is why only one hydrogen. This method is called as partial reduction technique. The method is called as a partial reduction. So partial reduction of alkynes, boys. Complete reduction gives alkanes. So partial reduction of alkyne YNE gives alkene. So that is a partial reduction technique, boys. So for this purpose, 2 reagents are used. One is Linde's catalyst, and the one is Birch reduction. Already we completed at the time of alkanes preparation. So first one, A, that is Lindlar's catalyst. Lindlar's catalyst. What is this Lindlar's catalyst? So Lindlar's catalyst is nothing but palladium, barium sulfate, palladium, barium sulfate, or palladium, calcium carbonate. This mixture is poisoned with quinoline or sulfur. Palladium, barium sulfate or palladium CaCO3 poisoned with quinoline. Okay. So that is quinoline, that is, or sulfur wise. So it is the reagent end. So the reagent for Linder's catalyst is this one. The reagent for this Linder's catalyst is this one. Very, very important. It is for partial reduction boys. Only one H2 is there. Here, the product is Linder's catalyst. So product is cis alkene boys. Cis alkene is the final product. Cis alkene is the final product. So note this point, boys. Note. So that is palladium in carbon, nickel, boron, or Ni2B. These catalysts may also use red. Catalysts are also used. Okay. So these catalysts are also used, boys. Very, very, very important. Now, what is the reaction behind this? See here, alkyl group, C triple bond C, alkyl group. And when it reacts with hydrogenation in the presence of palladium barium sulfate poisoned with quinoline or sulfur. So that is cis alkene is the product end. RRHH. Cis alkene is the product. It is the first preparation method, boys. Alkenes preparation method from alkynes, almost 98%, more than 98% cis product is available. More than 98% cis product is formed. Very, very, very important. Okay. Next, second reagent, that is ranitidine, no doubt. Ranitidine. Second one, that is Birch reduction. Second one, Birch reduction. These two already completed, boys. Birch reduction, these two already completed. So what is the catalyst used for this one? Catalyst for this one is, so sodium in liquid ammonia. Whenever this reagent is used, automatically this is considered as Birch reduction. Birch reducing agent, sodium in liquid ammonia or lithium in liquid ammonia, whatever it may be, that catalyst is Birch reduction. Here the product is transalkene. The product is transalkene, boys. Okay. Note this point. Very, very important. Note this. Terminal alkynes. Terminal alkynes cannot be reduced by Birch reduction. Nothing but terminal alkynes is nothing but RC triple bond CH. This hydrogen is acidic hydrogen, boys. Wherever acidic hydrogen is there, so when it reacts with sodium in liquid ammonia, the sodium hydrogen is replaced with sodium. That gives RC triple bond C minus ion, Na plus ion of H2 gas. Hydrogen gas is liberated. Hydrogen gas is liberated, boys. So here no reduction takes place here. So wherever acidic hydrogen is there, that is, it is nothing but terminal alkyne. So if terminal alkyne is there, Birch reduction, that hydrogen is replaced, hydrogen gas is liberated. It is not a reduction, boys. Not a reduction. It is not reduction wise, it is just hydrogen substitution. So very, very important. So this is Birch reduction, Birch reagent. So even though it is Birch reducing agent, so acidic hydrogen is replaced with sodium and hydrogen gas is evaporated. Okay, next, second point. So to reduce this one, so same, see here, R, C, triple bond CH. So to reduce this C double bond C, that is sodium in liquid ammonia along with ammonium sulfate. If ammonium sulfate is also added, now it is undergoes reduction that gives RCH double bond CH. It is reduction wise. So in the absence of ammonium sulfate, only reaction takes place. No reduction takes place. In the presence of ammonium sulfate, reduction reaction takes place. Reduction reaction takes place. It is very, very, very important. Now, what is the mechanism behind this? What is the mechanism in Birch reduction? Very, very important voice. So, mechanism for this reaction. Yes. Mechanism of Birch reduction, boys. Mechanism of Birch reduction. Boys, here first electron is added, after that proton, next electron, next proton. So electron, proton, mechanism, boys. So electron, first electron is added, next proton. I will explain, please wait. What is the reaction first of all? Reaction. So what is that reaction? R, C, triple bond C, R, boys. So this sodium in liquid ammonia is applied. Sodium in liquid ammonia, that gives RCR H H. R is the productant. It is a trans alkene. Trans alkene. Now, what is the mechanism for this one? See here, mechanism and mechanism, that is, first of all, boys, first of all, sodium metal is there. That sodium metal loses its electron and converts into respect to iron. The electron is coming out, free electron is there. That free electron attacked to triple bonded carbon. See here, so this pi bond is moving here. So this is the electron. That electron is attacked here, boys. Okay, that converts into R, C, double bond C. This one gets lone pair and gets negative charge. Okay, next, this electron is coming out with R. It is a radical anion, boys. First radical anion, boys. This radical, I am representing this radical like this. Anion, I am representing this anion like this. These two should be in opposite direction. If these two are in the same direction, so repulsion between that lone pair and unpaired electron exists. That is very, very, very unstable. Very, very unstable. So these two are radical anion. This is radical anion. So radical anion is formed. Those two, lone pair and radical, are in opposite side. Okay. Now to this, H plus from NH3 is donated. First electron is added, then H plus is added. So electron, H plus, then electron, then H plus. So that H plus is attacked here. That gives R, C, H, double bond, C, R with unpaired electron wise. That is radical is formed. Now to this radical, one more electron is added. That converts into R, C, C, H. It is R. Two electrons, anion. It is carbanion. Carbanion. To this, H plus ion is added from NH3. That gives RCH double bond C RHL. Okay. So now it is a trans alkene. It is a trans alkene. It is the way to convert that triple bonded, that is C triple bond C is converted into C double bond C, that to trans alkene. If you are using Lindlar's catalyst, that is a cis alkene is the final product. Birch reduction is there, sodium in liquid ammonia, trans alkene is the final product. Trans alkene is the final product. It is a reaction mechanism, boys. This is the reaction mechanism. Next, note points. Please note down these points. Some other reactions. First one, that is when benzene reacts with sodium in liquid ammonia, one of these hydrogens are reduced, boys. The final product is this one. This is the final product, boys. Please note down this. Please note down this. Very, very, very important. Next, second point, I will explain. Please copy that up to now. Okay. So first electron, next proton, next electron, proton. That is why this is electron proton mechanism. Birch reduction mechanism is nothing but electron proton mechanism. Next, one more note point, boys. See here, stereo specific condition. Note point 2. Note point 2. I am taking this compound, boys. C double bond C. It is CH3 H. It is a H. Trans compound. C H CH3. So this is wedge line. This is bonded to C, triple bond C, CH3, boys. This is the compounds. So here it is a trans. So it is a linear ending. Linear. Now to this I am using first one, palladium barium sulfate is used. So that is nothing but Lindlar's catalyst. Lindlar's catalyst. So during Lindlar's catalyst, so our answer is cis answer. Our answer is cis, boys. So very, very, very important. Cis means, see here, what is the product? C double bond C, CH3 H H C, hydrogen. It is CH3. It is wedge line. C double bond C. It is hydrogen, boys. It is hydrogen. See here, these two are in same side. Cis product ending. So this is CH3. Here it is cis ending. So wherever Lindlar's catalyst is used, cis is the answer. For example, if Birch reduction is there, so that is sodium in liquid ammonia. It is nothing but Birch reduction ending. So now our answer is C double bond C. Here no change ending, because both Lindlar's catalyst and Birch reduction, Birch catalyst not affected C double bond C, only reacted at C triple bond C ending. Only reacted at C triple bond C, but not at C double bond C. Okay. So same condition, H, H, it is C, H, CH3. It is C, double bond C, See here, boys, it is trans. Here hydrogen. Here hydrogen. It is CH3. It is a trans compound, boys. It is a trans compound. That is, with Birch reduction, trans compound is the final product. With Lindlar's catalyst, cis compound is the final product. Please keep this in mind. Very, very, very important. So this cis compound is optically active. Because no symmetries and no symmetries, boys. It is optically active, boys. Very, very, very important. Okay. So this is about partial reduction of alkynes. Okay. Some more catalysts are also used, boys. Some more catalysts. So that is see here other catalyst line. So these catalysts are also used, boys. One, NaNH2, sodamide. It is called as sodamide. NaNH2 in liquid ammonia. This may also use, boys. Here, trans product. Trans product. That is a trans alkene is the final answer. Birch reduction, boys. Birch reduction. Trans alkene is the product. Please keep in mind. Next, second one, hydrogenation in the presence of palladium and copper. So palladium copper, it is nothing but Lindlar's catalyst, boys. So this gives a cis product. Cis product. Lindlar's catalyst, cis product. Cis alkene is the final answer. Next, later I will explain these conditions. Hydroboration. Nothing but BH3 reduction. Hydroboration of non-terminal alkynes. Hydroboration of non-terminal alkynes followed by pyrolysis, means heating end, gives cis alkene. I will explain, boys. Next, fourth one, Wilkinson's catalyst. Wilkinson's catalyst, nothing but triphenyl phosphine, trisene 3 times, rhodium chloride. It is called as Wilkinson's catalyst, boys. So if this Wilkinson catalyst is used, so trans alkene is the product. Specific and even trans alkene is the product. Trans alkene is the product. Boys, all these are products. All these are products. Okay. Next, fifth and very, very, very important, boys. That is LiAlH4, lithium aluminum hydride. LiAlH4, nothing but lithium aluminum hydride. Okay. So this is effective. Is effective. That means it is very reactive only when triple bonds, that is acetylene. Acetylene has a hydroxyl group. Hydroxyl group is nothing but OH group at alpha position. Otherwise, LiAlH4 is not used, boys. At alpha position, if OH group is there, then LiAl used, boys. So what is that? R, C, triple bond C, C, R, R dash. This is OH, boys. So this is see here. This is functional group. This is alpha position. At alpha position, OH group is there. OH group is there. Okay. So now LiAlH4 is used. LiAlH4 is used. Trans is the product, boys. Trans product. Trans product is formed any. So that is C double bond C, R, H, H. This is carbon, R, OH, R dash. So see here, this hydrogen are in opposite side, trans product. See, boys, wherever alpha carbon contains OH group to the 3 double bond C, then LiAlH4 is used, lithium aluminum hydride, as a catalyst. So there the product is trans product. There the product is a trans product. It is very, very, very important. Okay, please note down all these points. Okay, now up to now only one method is completed for the preparation of alkenes from alkynes. There are a number of other methods also available for preparation of alkenes, boys. Mostly from alkyl halides. Mostly from alkyl halides. Not only alkyl halides, number of other products, other starting compounds are used, boys. Their elimination reactions takes place. Elimination reactions. So what are these elimination reactions? So which one is required? So first of all, I am going to complete about elimination reactions and types of elimination reactions. What are the requirements for that elimination reactions? First of all, I am trying to explain these concepts. Later, I will explain preparation of alkenes by using these eliminations. Okay, so that is why first of all, my target is about elimination reactions. Please take some heading. So not preparation method, but we should know about elimination reactions. So now about elimination reactions. About elimination reactions, boys. Elimination means a fragment is eliminated from the substrate molecule. Substrate is one of the reactants. From that substrate molecule, a fraction is eliminated and remaining part is formed as a product. Remaining part. Okay. See here. I am taking carbon. It is a saturated compound, boys. So it is hydrogen. So here some groups are attached. Okay. So to this carbon, a leaving group also attached. We know about the leaving groups. Okay. A leaving group is attached to this carbon. So the carbon which is attached to leaving group is alpha. This is alpha carbon. Here hydrogen also attached to that alpha carbon. Here hydrogen also attached to alpha carbon. That means this sigma bond are both are going to break. These two gives, so some elimination takes place, boys. So that gives carbon here with two unpaired electrons are formed. Two unpaired electrons, which is nothing but carbene. Here hydrogen, which is at alpha to the leaving group, boys. Here hydrogen, which is eliminated, is alpha to the leaving group, boys. No doubt, this leaving group, no doubt, leaves from the component. Not only this, something also going to be leave. That should be hydrogen. That hydrogen is also at alpha position. So that means leaving group, hydrogen, both are at the same carbon, boys. Both are attached to the same carbon. I am taking that one as alpha. That is why here hydrogen is attached at alpha position to leaving group end. Hydrogen is attached to alpha position to the group, leaving group. That's why this type of elimination, what is that elimination? Leaving group and hydrogen part is eliminated, boys. This type of elimination is called as E1 elimination. This type of elimination is called as E1 elimination. Not E1, see here, just 1-1 elimination, boys. Not bad, it is 1-1 elimination, which is called as alpha elimination. 1-1. That means at the same carbon, two leaving group and hydrogen are eliminated. That is why it is called as 1-1 elimination, or also called as alpha elimination. It is very, very important. The example for this one is, so that is a CHCl3. Ra. So that is minus HCl. CHCl3 means HCl, Cl, Cl, boys. This is leaving group. This is hydrogen. Both are at the same carbon. It is alpha carbon. Therefore, CCl2 is the product, boys. It is dichlorocarbon. So carbons are the products, boys. It is 1-1 elimination or alpha elimination. It is the first type of elimination, boys. Okay. So, but alkenes not involved in like this. Formation of alkenes not alpha elimination. It is going to be beta elimination, boys. Next, second category. Another type of elimination also there, boys. What is that? See here. There is carbon. There is another carbon. So here it is saturated, boys. It is our leaving group. This is alpha carbon. This is beta carbon. I am taking this is as beta carbon. At this beta carbon, there is hydrogen. Okay. So two more groups are also there. It is a saturated compound. From one carbon, leaving group, another carbon, which is beta to the leaving group, and beta to the leaving group. This is hydrogen, boys. This hydrogen and this leaving group are going to be break. Now, this hydrogen at beta position to leaving group end. Hydrogen at beta position to leaving group. These two are eliminated, but that means from adjacent carbons, two sigma bonds are going to be break. Okay, between them a pi bond is developed. So now the product is like this: C, C, double bond, C, and C. Okay, it is nothing but alkene. So we want to prepare alkenes, boys. So that means during the preparation of alkenes, so hydrogen must be from beta position to the leaving group. That is why this is beta elimination or 1-2 elimination. This is called as beta elimination or 1-2 elimination. It is very, very, very important, boys. Here hydrogen is at beta position to leaving group. Okay, a leaving group. What is this leaving group? It is ready to come out from the compound. I will explain leaving groups. Please wait. I will explain leaving groups. Boys, so elimination two types. One is alpha elimination, both leaving group and hydrogen at the same carbon. Next, another one is beta elimination. So leaving group and hydrogen both are at adjacent carbons. Adjacent carbons. So that means hydrogen from beta position to the leaving group, boys. So this type of elimination is called as beta elimination. We want to prepare alkenes. So formation of alkenes are nothing but beta elimination. Please be conscious. Next, at the same time, this leaving group and this hydrogen are in opposite direction, anti, opposite direction, boys. So both are not in the same side, both are in opposite side, opposite direction elimination. This is anti-elimination, boys, which is nothing but anti-elimination. I will explain. Anti-elimination is involved in. Okay, so this is about 1-1 elimination, 1-2 elimination. That is nothing but alpha elimination and beta elimination. Next subheading about leaving groups. About leaving groups. Boys, some groups are ready to come out from the substance. That is called as best leaving group. Some groups are not ready. Those are nothing but bad leaving groups. Which one is best leaving group? Which one is bad leaving group? I will classify, boys. Please note down. That is first one. Bad leaving groups, boys. Not ready to come out. Not ready to come out from the substrate. Substrate is nothing but reagent, boys. That is one of the reactants where the reaction takes place. So these are examples. H minus, alkyl group minus, NaH2 minus, not ready to come out. That is OH minus, RO minus, PHO minus, PHO minus. Okay, boys, these three groups, please keep in mind. So it is E1 elimination not possible, E2 elimination not possible, E1CB, this is another different types of elimination, boys. E1 is nothing but unimolecular elimination. E2 means bimolecular elimination. E1CB means so unimolecular conjugate base elimination. I will explain with mechanisms later. Okay, so E1CB elimination is taking place. So with these reagents, with these bad leaving groups, so E1 elimination is not possible, E2 elimination not possible, E1CB elimination is possible. E1CB elimination is possible. Next, second one. Second one, moderate leaving groups. Moderate leaving groups. Those are examples. Examples. N Me3 plus N. Trimethyl ammonium N. Next, S Me2 plus N. Sulfonium N. Next, F minus ion. These are moderately leaving group, not that much easy yet. Okay, so see here, boys. E1 elimination with this, E1 elimination not possible. With this, E2 elimination possible. E1CB elimination possible. I will explain. Wait. Next, here also E1 elimination not possible. E2 elimination possible. E1CB elimination possible. Here also, E1 elimination not possible. E2 elimination possible. E1CB elimination is also possible. E1CB elimination also possible. Okay. Next, very, very, very important, boys. Next, good leaving groups. Good leaving groups ready to come out. Nothing but ready to come out from the substrate. From the substrate, ready to come out, boys. What are those? So, examples, halogens other than F and halogens other than F, that is Cl minus, Br minus, I minus. Next, RSO3 minus, H2O plus, H2O plus, fusyl group, boys. What is that? CH3. It is a toluene. O, that is S. double bond O, O minus boys, which is indicated with OTS boys. The symbol for that one is OTS. That is nothing but paratoluene sulfonate. Paratoluene sulfonate, which is nothing but a tosyl group. Among all these groups, this is the best living group boys. It is the best living group boys. So OTS, nothing but O-tosyl. O-tosyl. That is the best living group boys. So all these are the best living groups. That means living groups. Some living groups which are present at the substrate, ready to come out, not ready to come out, moderately ready to come out. Based on that, living groups are three types: bad living groups, moderately living groups, and good living groups. So please keep this in mind. So chlorine, bromine, iodine, among all these, iodine is the best living group boys. So iodine, sulfonate ion, alkyl sulfonate. So this is hydroxyl, that is this is H2O plus, ready to come out, ready to come out. Okay, so it is very, very, very important. Very, very, very important. Next, bases boys. So in elimination, some bases are also required. We are going to discuss about bases. Next subheading, about bases. Boys, all these are required to explain elimination reactions to prepare alkenes from different compounds. That is why all this information I am going to dump it here. By using this, we can explain next preparation methods. Okay, so please keep this as a raw material to explain next concepts. Okay, so next, bases, about the bases. So bases may be weak or strong, and strong bases are there, weak bases are there. So please keep this in mind. Weak bases. What are these weak bases? So weak bases are nothing but H2O, D2O, ROH. Alcohol also weak base boys. ROH. All these follows E1 mechanism boys. These are accepting E1 mechanism. These accepting E1 mechanism. Next, strong bases boys. Strong bases. Okay, which abstracts H plus quickly from the substrate. Okay, abstracts H plus quickly from the substrate. From the substrate. Okay, that is a strong end. It is weakly attracts boys. Strong, what is that? So these bases are two types. One is less bulky bases, and the second one is bulky bases. So less bulky bases and bulky bases. Less bulky bases nothing but this is alcoholic OH minus, NH2 minus, NH2, CH3O minus, that is alkoxide, methoxide ion. Next, ethoxide ion, C2H5O minus, and isopropoxide ion. Those are considered as less bulky groups but strong bases boys. Less bulky groups but strong bases. Next, bulky bases. These bulky bases are nothing but so tertiary budoxides. So bulkiness end. Tertiary budoxides. Next, benzene, with these groups, boys. It is pyridine. This is also taken as bulky base head. Nitrogen acts as base here. Next, R3N, tertiary amine, is also considered as bulky base. Next, CH3 twice isopropyl, isopropyl, which is connected with NaH, another isopropyl. This is also bulky base. So here nitrogen donates electron pair. All these are considered as bulky base, boys. So these are nothing but strong. These strong bases follows E2 mechanism. E2 elimination, boys. Weak bases follows E1 elimination. Okay. Strong bases follows E2 elimination. I will explain about E1, E2. Please wait. Please wait. It is about bases. Okay. So you should know about which one is strong base, which one is weak base. Which gives electron pair quickly, gives a strong base, not quickly, weak base. So based on that, we classified which one is strong and which one is weak. If it is strong, is this bulky base or non-bulky base? So bulky bases are like this. That means something heaviness is there. So tertiary beta oxides, okay, like this. So those are less bulky groups. Next one, next subheading. About solvents. About solvents. All these are required by us to explain mechanisms. So that is why I am giving information just before the mechanism. Solvents. About solvents. Boys, here solvents two types. Solvents two types. That is polar solvents and the other one is non-polar solvents. Polar solvents, non-polar solvents. Okay. These polar solvents are once again two types. Polar means some polarity is there. That is mu not equal to 0. Mu not equal to 0. Here, dipole moment mu is equal to 0, boys. Non-polar solvents means mu is equal to 0. Polar solvents is mu not equal to 0, dipole moment. These polar solvents once again divided into two types. Those can donate proton, those which are not donate proton. That is why polar solvents two types. That is polar protic solvents. Polar protic solvents, polar aprotic solvents. Polar protic and polar aprotic. That means polar protic means donates proton. Aprotic means not donates proton. Donates proton, not donates proton. Okay. First of all, non-polar solvents. What are those non-polar solvents? Example, boys: CCl4, benzene, C6H6, acetone. So next, ether, ROR. Next, CH2Cl2, dichloromethane, chloroform, CHCl3. Boys, for this, mu not equal to 0, but consider as non-polar. So those chemicals have mu not equal to 0, but considered as non-polar. Next, that is TH, that is tetrahydrofuran. hydrofuran and voice frequently THF and so this is the shortcut frequently we are using it. Tetrahydrofuran, that is THF. All those are. So for this one also mu not equal to 0. But treated as non-polar and but treated as non-polar. Next, polar solvents, those donate proton, those doesn't donate proton. Any polar protic solvents, polar aprotic solvents. Okay, so polar protic, that means donates H plus R. So example for that one, water end, which have proton end, water, ROH, alcohol, D2O, acid, NH3, ammonia. All these have donate proton boys. These have mu not equal to 0. So that's why all these are polar protic end, polar protic. Next, polar aprotic. Example for this polar aprotic are acetone. Nothing but CH3COCH3. Acetone. Okay. Next, DMSO. DMSO, dimethyl sulfoxide. Nothing but dimethyl sulfoxide. The formula is this one. Dimethyl sulfoxide. It is also polar aprotic. No proton is donated by that one. Next, DMF. DMF, nothing but dimethyl formamide. Dimethyl formamide. So that is nothing but voice amide. Formamide is nothing but it is a formamide voice. So these two hydrogens are replaced with alkyl groups, dimethyl. It is a dimethyl formamide, not donates any proton. Dimethyl formamide. Next, third one, fourth one. It is methyl cyanide, polar aprotic. Next, nitrobenzene, polar aprotic. Next, that is P double bond O. This one connected with NMe2, NMe2, NMe2. Okay, it is hexamethyl phosphorus triamide. Hexamethyl phosphorus triamide. So in shortcut, hexamethyl phosphorus triamide. HMPA boys. Please keep that standard notations also. DMSO, DMF, HMPA, HMPA. All these are standard notations boys. So this is the way where solvents are there. So these solvents are also required to explain mechanisms boys. To explain mechanisms. Okay. So it is very, very, very important. Next subheading about nucleophiles and bases. About nucleophiles and bases. Satvik, it is almost not possible because board is very small. That's why. So total content I want to maintain on the board end. Please points. Please cooperate with me. That is why I am repeating once again a number of times. Try to write along with me. I will send the notes, you don't worry. I will send the notes. So please take screenshots. Yes, Balaji. about nucleophiles and bases. About nucleophiles and bases. Okay, boys, nucleophiles explains kinetic speed of the reaction. Kinetic, that means speed of the reaction. Bases explains stability of the compounds and thermodynamic stability. So basis explains thermodynamic stability, boys. See here. So that is, we know carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, boys. I am taking negative ions, C minus, N minus, O minus, F minus. Okay. These three, C minus, N minus, O minus, these are in same period, boys. These acts as nucleophiles and bases. These three acts as nucleophiles and bases. F minus, not a nucleophile and not a base. Not nucleophile, not a base. Boys, nitrogen next in the same period, same group, phosphorus, P minus. After oxygen, sulfur, S minus. Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, boys. These are all strong nucleophiles. These are all strong nucleophiles. So usually do not act as a base. Not acts as a base. So please keep this one in mind. Base, which can accept proton. These are not ready to accept proton. These can accept proton and also donate lone pair to others. Lone pair donors are nucleophiles. Accept proton is bases. So this one acts as both nucleophiles as well as bases. This one not donates proton, not accepts, not donates lone pair, not donates proton, accept proton, boys. So that's why it is almost not a base and not a nucleophile. So see here, this is about strength of the nucleophiles also. Okay, so this is required, boys. This is also required. Next, during elimination, different types of eliminations are there. One is syn elimination and the other one is anti-elimination. In syn elimination, what is the type of product is formed? In anti-elimination, what type of product is formed? We will discuss about syn elimination and anti-elimination, boys. So next, somebody. Listen carefully, very important. See here. Syn elimination means both hydrogen and leaving group are in the same site. Both hydrogen and leaving group are in the same site. That is a syn elimination, parallel to each other and same side. Anti-elimination means both are parallel to each other but opposite in sign. Opposite. Let us discuss one by one. So it is syn elimination, boys. Here I am explaining anti-elimination. So both I am explaining parallelly. Syn elimination, anti-elimination. See here. Here both hydrogen and leaving group parallel and same sided. Both hydrogen and leaving group parallel and same sided. Here both hydrogen and leaving group opposite, sorry, no doubt parallel and opposite end. Parallel and opposite, boys. See here how to explain, sir. Let us take our Newman projection formula. Newman projection formula. This is A, this is B, this is hydrogen, boys. Next, this is another carbon. Okay. This is A. I'm using another pen, boys. Different color. Please wait. This is A. This is B. This is leaving group, boys. This is leaving group. Okay. See here. This hydrogen and this leaving group, these two bonds parallel to each other. Am I correct? Tell me, boys. This hydrogen bond and leaving group bond, both are in parallel condition or not? Yes. And same side, boys. I am representing this same structure in that is ball and stick model. See here. This is this is Newman projection. Now it is. I'm boys A, B, H. It is A, it is B, it is H, boys. Now this is bonded to another carbon. This is also I'm taking like this. This is A, this is B, this is leaving group, boys. These two structures are same, boys. So see, observe here. From here, you observe your eyesight. So this hydrogen and this leaving group both are in the downward direction. Both are in the same line, parallel to each other. So I'm writing parallel in. Parallel to each other. Parallel to each other. Okay. If this hydrogen and leaving group are removed, see here, that is a pi bond is formed, boys. These two are removed, boys. So what is the product formed here? See here. So now this hydrogen, this leaving group, here a pi bond is formed. So it seems to be like this. It seems to be like this. This is C double bond C. So hydrogen A and A same sides. This is A. This is also A. This is B. This is also B, boys. Okay. It is a cis compound. Please keep in mind. So that is syn elimination gives a cis compound finally. Syn elimination gives a cis compound. Now I am taking trans compound. Anti-elimination. Anti-elimination. See here. A, B, hydrogen. Next. Leaving group. This is B. This is A, boys. Rotate like this. So this moves here, this moves here, this moves here. Okay. So that is why that is the structure, boys. Now both hydrogen and leaving group parallel or not parallel? See here, boys. Both hydrogen bond and leaving group bond parallel to each other or not? Tell me. Is this parallel or not? Parallel to each other. And hydrogen and leaving group both are opposite in side end. So that is why it is called as anti-periplanar end. That is called as anti-periplanar. It is syn-periplanar end. It is a syn periplanar, that is anti-periplanar, boys. Now that one is converted into this structure, and see here. This is I am representing, first of all, hydrogen AB. Hydrogen AB. So this is the bond, boys. This is the bond. Okay. Now this is leaving group. This is leaving group. This is B. This is A. Leaving group B and A. Okay. Now I want to remove this hydrogen and this leaving group. Both are in opposite direction, wise, anti-periplanar. So now this is this hydrogen and this leaving group are going to, this bond and this bond are going to break. A pi bond is developed between these two. That gives, see here, boys, A and A opposite to each other, B and B opposite to each other. That is why C double bond C, A B, it is a B A. It is trans compound is the final product, boys. Trans compound is the final product. So please be conscious about this. So syn elimination gives cis compound, anti-elimination gives a trans compound. Syn elimination gives the cis compound, anti-elimination gives trans compound. So this is about elimination we required. So these two are stereo-specific and stereo-selective. So these two are stereo specific, specifically only one product is ball, and stereo selective. Selectively at one place reaction takes place in. Okay, stereo specific and stereo selective by these two compounds. So this is syn periplanar, this is anti-periplanar. Please be conscious. Both hydrogen and leaving group are parallel to each other, and opposite to each other. Parallel to each other and also opposite to each other. Boys, in our elimination reactions, anti-periplanar structures are possible, and anti-periplanar structures are possible. E2 elimination follows anti-elimination. E2 elimination, we follow anti-elimination. There, this type of mechanism takes place. Okay, so it is very, very, very important. Very, very, very important. Okay, some other examples, boys. Some other examples. Very, very important. Okay, boys, this is Newman structure. This Newman structure is converted into Sahar's structure. Then elimination, I explained, boys. Here also, Newman structure is converted into Sahar's structure. Sahar's structure, from that opposite groups are eliminated and trans product. It is easy to explain, boys. So if this one is there, this is the product. This one is there, this is the product. So you should know about the conversions also. You should know about the conversion, how Newman projection is converted into Sahar's and Sahar's structure is converted into Newman. So I explained this concept here, boys. Okay. Now let us take some more examples. See here, boys. Example 1 about that syn and anti-elimination, boys. Example 1. I am taking this compound. It is a pH, phenyl group, methyl group, and chlorine. So this is hydrogen. This is pH. This is methyl group, and this is methyl group, boys. Okay. Now, boys, now hydrogen and chlorine, both these are in opposite. Both these are in opposite. Now, I want to explain syn elimination, boys. I want to explain syn elimination. Syn elimination means both hydrogen and chlorine, same side and parallel end. So now, same side and parallel. So rotate this one. Exactly this one. So this hydrogen is here. This methyl group is here. This pH is here. pH is here. Okay. So rotates, boys. I'm going to explain syn elimination, boys. I'm going to explain syn elimination. Syn elimination means pH CH3Cl. Now rotate this hydrogen exactly behind this chlorine. So that means after pH and Cl, CH3, this CH3, this one. So now this methyl exactly behind to pH. Next, this pH exactly behind to CH3. This is hydrogen, boys. This is hydrogen. Okay. Next, convert this one into Sahar structures. So that is, I'm like this. Sorry, I'm using the same pen. CH3 pH Cl, like this. There, pH CH3H. See here, boys. This chlorine, this hydrogen is same side. I'm going to explain syn elimination. I'm trying to explain syn elimination, boys. So this hydrogen and this chlorine are going to eliminate. This chlorine and this hydrogen are going to eliminate. This is CH3 and pH. This pH and CH3 same side, boys. CH3 and pH. Okay. So that means it is finally minus HCl. So there is a C double bond C. So pH CH3. It is a CH3 pH. Now tell me, boys, is this trans compound or cis compound? Tell me based on the structure given to you. Based on the structure given to you. So is this trans or cis? Trans. It is a way. So what is your target? Is this syn addition your target or anti-addition is syn elimination or anti-elimination? Which one is your target? Please consider that. Please, I'm taking this structure. I'm going to explain syn elimination. So I applied syn elimination, boys. Syn elimination in this case gives anti-formant. Syn elimination in this case, previous case different end. Now it is special case end. It is another case end. In this case, the compound is cis end. Sorry, trans end. Okay. Now, boys, I'm once again I'm giving one more example. It is example 2. Try yourself, boys. I'm giving the structure like this. It is a CH3. It is a pH. It is a hydrogen, boys. Hydrogen. Okay. Next. This is pH. This is OTS, boys. That is a tosyl group, boys. Best leaving group. Next, this is CH3. Okay. My target is anti-elimination. Try yourself, boys. Anti-elimination means both OTS and H opposite. Rotate that red line, red groups. So up to this OH tosyl group and no problem. Anti-elimination. I want to apply, boys. Now tell me your answer. Yes, correct. Bashwant, you are correct. Bashwant, you are correct. Anti-elimination. Try yourself, boys. I'm explaining here itself. I'm explaining, boys. So rotate this one. I'm rotating the concept. This is constant CH3, PH, HNE. Red groups are rotated up to this OTS up to here any. Up to that gives like this. OTS, here PH, here CH3. Am I correct? Am I correct, boys? Rotation, only one side rotation. One is fixed, another one is rotated. Red groups are rotated, boys. Red groups are rotated. Yes. Next. See here. Here only I am explaining, boys. Here only I am explaining. So this OTS and H anti-periplanar. Anti-periplanar. Now remove these two. The structure is like this. Minus HOTS. Okay. It seems to be like this. PH, CH3. Next. PH, CH3. Boys, these two are opposite, these two are opposite. Now our answer is C double bond C, PH, CH3, CH3, PH. So this is our answer, boys. Here anti-product is formed. Here also, that is opposite. Trans product is formed. It's not anti, it is trans. That means always not trans, always not cis. Depending on the compound given to you. Depending on the compound given to you. So what you want, is this syn elimination or anti-elimination? Based on that, it is the way to explain, boys. Based on that, it is the way to explain. Is there any doubt up to now? Itself I am going to remove. If itself it is going to remove minus HOTS. Okay, these two are removed, boys. The structure is like this. It is PH, it is CH3, it is CH3, it is PH, boys. That means our structure is both PH and CH3 are same side. C double bond C, PH, CH3, PH, CH3. It is a cis component, but it is syn elimination. Same side elimination, but my target is anti-elimination, boys. To maintain anti-elimination, so I'm going to rotate this structure. So up to this leaving group and hydrogen are opposite periplanar condition. That is anti-periplanar condition. Anti-periplanar means this is the structure. That is why I'm rotating, boys, to maintain anti-elimination. So after that, these two are removed. Remaining condition is applied. Okay, that is why I'm rotating, boys. That is why I'm rotating. Is this clear? See here. I'm converting this one into Sahar's model. Sahar's model. See here. This one I'm trying to maintain Sahar's. That is PH, CH3, HN. Okay. Now it is like that. Next, it is PH, CH3, OTS, boys. Now tell me, this OTS and this H opposite to each other, transpositioning. These two are transposition, boys. That is why it is anti-periplanar. Now it is anti-elimination. Okay. So now it is, these two are removed. Finally, there is a C double bond C. That is, see here, I am writing. See, observe here. So this PH and this CH3 same side. This is CH3, this pH same site. Therefore, CH3, pH, pH, CH3. Same structure, boys. This one and this one both are same. These two are same. That is a Sahar's structure. This is Newman structure. So both are very, very important. So I'm explaining both Sahar structures elimination and Newman elimination. I'm explaining here, boys. Is there any doubt? Boys, very, very important. This is the way syn elimination and anti-elimination. Okay. Next, in the formation of alkenes, during elimination reactions, in most of the cases, anti-elimination takes place. Anti-elimination means anti-periplanar structure you should maintain. So then you remove those two groups, leaving group and hydrogen. So what is the production? So this is the way to identify which type of alkene. Is this syn alkene, cis alkene, or trans alkene is the final product. Okay. So alkenes preparation mostly follows anti-elimination. E2 elimination, anti-elimination takes place. E2 elimination, anti-elimination takes place. So this is very, very, very important. This is very, very important. Next, one more example. Guys. Example 3. Example 3. I am giving this compound, boys. CH3, Br, pH, pH, H, CH3, boys. Okay. I want to explain both the syn elimination and anti-elimination, boys. By starting with this compound. Syn elimination and anti-elimination. Boys, first of all, convert this compound into, that is, Sahar's structures. How to convert this structure into Sahar's model? See, boys, please listen carefully. So put these two groups and bend these two groups like this. Bend these two groups like this. That means this bond and this bond both are in downward direction. This bond and this bond both are in downward direction. Bend like this. Okay. Now these two groups and these two groups moving upward direction. Moving upward direction. That's why. So I'm writing this one. See here. Just a minute, boys. I'm writing this bond with the blue line. Just for explanation purpose. Okay. This is that blue line, boys. This is that blue line. Next, I'm representing this one with red. This one also with red. Okay. Those red lines moving downward direction, boys. Downward direction. That is, it is CH3. This is also CH3, boys. Remaining two groups moving upward direction. So that is, this is H, this is pH, boys. So this is pH, this is Br, boys. This is Br. Okay. Now, syn elimination, boys. Syn elimination. Syn elimination means both this hydrogen and bromine. Bromine is the best leaving group, boys. So those are parallel to each other and also same sided. Parallel to each other and also same side, boys. So that is why I'm rotating this carbon towards the anti-clockwise direction. So this CH3 here, this pH here, this CH3 here. Okay. Next, boys. Now rotate. This Br here, this CH3 here, this PH here. Sin. That is why Br, PH, CH3, boys. Now both hydrogen and bromine are in syn position or not? Tell me. Now both hydrogen and bromine syn position or not? Because I am going to explain syn elimination. Okay, remove that hydrogen and bromine, syn elimination. Remove that hydrogen and bromine, syn elimination. See here, hydrogen and bromine are eliminated, boys. So this becomes C double bond C. PH and CH3, boys. This is PH, this is CH3. This is CH3, this is PH, boys. Okay. So now the compound is cis or trans. Now the compound is cis or trans. No doubt it should be trans component. It should be trans compound, boys. So is the concept is applied? Clear, boys? Clear or not? So first of all, so bend these two groups downward end. Automatically these two groups are downward and remaining these four groups are upward direction. Upward direction. Finally, we maintain the farm condition. Now apply trans condition. Apply trans elimination. Apply trans elimination. Anti-elimination, boys. Apply yourself. First of all, I am taking this one ending. Downward direction. That is same I am using, boys. PH, H, CH3, PH, Br, CH3. Same side, huh? Now, so this is anti-clockwise. Here PH, here CH3, here HN. Next, it is clockwise rotation. Here CH3, here PH, here Br. Sorry. It is once again seen going to. I want anti-ra, opposite. So once again anti-clockwise. Br, here PH, here CH3. Br, PH, CH3, boys. Okay. Now remove. These are anti-periplanar condition. Anti-periplanar condition. Now remove hydrogen and bromine. Now the structure is C double bond C. PH, PH same side, CH3, CH3 same side, boys. PH, CH3, PH, CH3. Okay. Our answer is cis compound for this one. Our answer is cis compound, boys. Okay. So this is the way. This is the way. So how to identify syn elimination, anti-elimination? It is very, very, very important. Very, very, very important. Okay. Thank you, boys. Thanks one and all. So tomorrow we will continue the concepts.